नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। अध्याय 18 श्लोक 3 त्याज्यं दोषवदित्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यमिति चापरे। ननु कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम् इति अधिकृताः पूर्वं विभक्तनिष्ठाः अपि इह सर्वशास्त्रोपसंहारप्रकरणे यथा विचार्यन्ते तथा सांख्या अपि ज्ञाननिष्ठाः विचार्यन्ताम् इति। This is the Purva Paksha. According to the Purva Pakshi, both Jnana-nishtha and Karma-nishtha, they have been distinguished earlier and explained in the previous chapters. Now, in this Upasamhara Prakarana, both Jnana-nishthas and Karma-nishthas should be discussed because it is Upasamhara, it is conclusion. In the conclusion, entire topic of the chapter has to be discussed. Therefore, just like the Karma-nishthas who are entitled to do karma, even the Jnana-nishthas have to be discussed here. Therefore, according to Purva Pakshi, this discussion involves not only the Karma-nishthas, it also includes the Jnana-nishthas. Therefore, even a Jnana-nishtha should perform karma. This is the idea of Purva Pakshi. Purva Pakshi is a Samuchayavadi. According to him, even Jnana-nishtha should perform Jnana Karma Samuchaya. Then Siddhanti is answering. Let us read. Na tesham moha dukkha nimitta त्यागानुपपत्तेः न कायक्लेशनिमित्तानि दुःखानि सांख्याः आत्मनि पश्यन्ति इच्छादीनां क्षेत्रधर्मत्वेनैव दर्शितत्वात् अतः तेन कायक्लेशदुःखभयात् कर्म परित्यजन्ति. So Siddhanti is answering. So Siddhanti is establishing that this discussion does not involve a jnani, a jnananistha, because in this discussion, in these shlokas, Krishna is talking about the people who might give up the karma on account of delusion or on account of the fear of dukkha. If I do karma, it is difficult. I have to trouble my body doing the karma. On account of this fear, some people give up karma, which is not a good idea. Bhagavan is going to say. Such giving up is not possible for a jnani. Therefore, this discussion is not regarding a jnani. Tesham, tesham means jnanina, jnananisthana, the people who are committed to jnana. Moha dukkha nimitta tyaganupapattehe. They cannot have the tyaga, the giving up of karma, on account of moha, delusion, or on account of dukkha. These lines can be understood properly only when we see the following shlokas. After reading the following shloka, you can come back to these lines and read once again. Then it will make better sense. Bhashyakara explains this line. This is a Sangraha Vakya. Tesham moha dukkha nimitta tyaganupapattehe is a Sangraha Vakya. Bhashyakara explains this statement. न कायक्लेशनिमित्तानि दुःखानि सांख्याः आत्मनि पश्यन्ति. Sankhyaha means the jnanis. Kayaklesha nimittani dukkhani. The dukkha, the pain on account of fatigue in the body. Kayaklesha, fatigue in the body, effort in the body. So, kayaklesha nimittani dukkhani. Sankhyaha atmani na pashyanti. The Sankhyas, the Jnanis, do not recognize it as belonging to the Atma, because they know very well that the dukkha belongs to the body and mind. Ichchadinam kshetradharmatvenaiva darshitatvat. Why they do not identify the dukkha with the body, with the Atma? Because Ichchadinam, Ichcha etc. belong to the kshetra, belong to the sharira, kshetradharmatvena eva darshitatvat. It has been shown in Bhagavad Gita itself. Ichchadveshah sukham dukkham sanghataschetana dhritihi. All these are mentioned as kshetra dharma. Therefore, a jnani does not identify with those things. Ataha, therefore, te sankhyaha, the sankhyas, kayaklesha dukkha bhayat karmana parityajanti. They will not give up. They do not give up karma on account of the fear of pain in the body, in the form of effort, in the form of fatigue. So, this is one reason why this discussion is not regarding a jnani. This discussion is not regarding a jnani because Bhagavan says some people give up karma on account of kaya klesha bhaya. Some people give up karma on account of the fear of fatigue in the body. So that cannot be applied to a jnani. Therefore, this discussion is not regarding a jnani. This is one reason. Now he gives another reason. Bhashya na pite कर्माणि आत्मनि पश्यन्ति येन नियतं कर्म मोहात् परित्यजेयुः गुणानां कर्म नैव किञ्चित् करोमि. Karomi is a better reading. Itihi te sanyasyanti sarva karmani manasa sanyasya ityadibhirhi tattvavidaha sannyasa prakaraha uktaha. Yeah. So, napite karmani atmani pashyanti. Te means sankhyaha, the sankhyas, the jnanis. Api means also. In addition to the previous reason, this is another reason. Also, they do not recognize the karma as belonging to the Atma. Karmani Atmani na pashyanti. They do not recognize the karma as belonging to the Atma. Yena, on account of which, niyatam karma, the niyata karma. Niyata karma means obligatory karma. Niyata karma includes nitya karma as well as naimittika karma. Kamya karma is excluded. Kamya karma is not a niyata karma because it is done only when there is a desire. Whereas nitya karma and naimittika karma are called niyata karma. And sometimes prayashchitta also is included in niyata karma. Generally, nitya naimittika karma. yena niyatam karma mohat parityajeyu, on account of which they would give up the niyata karma on account of delusion. So, the delusion here refers to only if I do not do karma, I will become akarta. Some people may have this misconception. If I do karma, I am a karta. If I do not do karma, I will become akarta. That is how I can become mukta. Some people may have this delusion. In fact, many people have this delusion. That is why they think I have to sit constantly in samadhi, then only I get moksha. But a jnani knows that the karma belongs to body, mind, etc. Karma does not belong to Atma. Therefore, in order to remain an akarta, a jnani does not give up the karma. So, they, such a people, jnanis, since they do not identify the karma as belonging to the Atma, you cannot say that a jnani gives up karma on account of moha. But here Krishna says some people give up karma on account of moha, on account of delusion. It is a tamasatyaga. Later on, Krishna will say. Therefore, this even because of this reason, this discussion does not belong to a jnani. So, Bhashyakara explains this reason. To explain this reason, Bhashyakara is explaining the understanding of a jnani. Gunanam karma, the karmas belong to the guna. Here, guna refers to the karyakarana sanghata, body, mind, sense, karyakarana sanghata. It is called guna here. Guna guneshu vartante. This is a reminder of the statement. Guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. So gunanam karma. The karma belongs to the gunas, the karyakarana sanghata. Naiva kinchit karomi. I am not doing anything. This is a reminder of naiva kinchit karomi iti yukto manyeta tattvavid. Iti te sanyasyanti. That is how they give up karma. A jnani's sannyasa, a jnani's giving up of karma is with this understanding. In fact, if they have this understanding, it is as good. It is as good as they have given up all karma. सर्वकर्माणि मनसा सन्न्यस्य इत्यादिभिर्हि तत्त्वविदः सन्न्यासप्रकारः उक्तः. सर्वकर्माणि मनसा सन्न्यस्य. So giving up of all the karmas with the manas. Manas means with the jnana. Jnanena sannyasya. Ityadibhihi. With this state, with such statements in Bhagavad Gita, Tattvavidah sannyasa prakaraha uktah. The manner of sannyasa, the nature of sannyasa, of a jnani, of a tattvavit, a jnani, uktaha, is stated in Bhagavad Gita. So from that we can understand how a jnani gives up, karma. It is clear from these statements. Therefore, a jnani cannot give up karma on account of delusion, because a jnani's giving up of karma is with the clear understanding, clear knowledge. Therefore, mohat parityaga, giving up of karma on account of moha, on account of delusion, is not possible for a jnani. Therefore, Bhashyakara concludes. Let us read. Tasmat ye अन्ये अधिकृताः कर्मणि अनात्मविदः येषाञ्च मोहात् त्यागः सम्भवति कायक्लेशभयाच्च ते एव तामसाः त्यागिनः राजसाश्च इति निन्द्यन्ते कर्मिणाम् अनात्मज्ञानाम् कर्मफल त्यागस्तुत्यर्थम्. Tasmat, therefore, because of the above two reasons are given. One is, a jnani cannot have tyaga on account of kaya klesha bhaya, on account of the fear of fatigue in the body, trouble in the body. A jnani cannot give up. And another is, a jnani cannot have the tyaga on account of moha, on account of delusion. Because of these two reasons, ye anye adhikrataah karmani, ye anye, the people who are other than jnanis, jnanibhyah anye, the people who are other than jnanis, means ajnanis. Other than jnanis, who are there? Ajnanis. Adhikrataah karmani, they are entitled for karma. So they are ajnanis, and also they are entitled for doing karma. Karmani adhikrataah, because all ajnanis also are not entitled for karma. There may be some people who cannot do karma, they are handicapped, cannot get up. Such people are not adhikaris for karma. So adhikrataah karmani anatmavidaha, they are anatmavidaha, ajnanis. Yeshancha mohatyagah sambhavati, and only for these ajnanis the tyaga is possible on account of moha. Only an ajnani can give up karma on account of delusion. Yeshancha, of who, for which people, mohatyagah sambhavati, the tyaga is possible on account of moha. See here, In this context, Krishna criticizes the tyaga on account of moha. By criticizing the tyaga on account of moha, Krishna is negating, prohibiting such a tyaga. So, mohat tyagasya nishedha, the negation, the prohibition of tyaga on account of moha is told. When there is a nishedha, the nishedha has to be that which is possible. Prasaktasya eva nishedha. What is prasakta, what is otherwise possible, has to be negated. Somebody who is not at all smoking, you need not tell him you should not smoke. You should not smoke in this room. If you tell a person who does not smoke at all, then it does not make a relevance. Whereas there is a smoker and you tell him you should not smoke in this room, then it has a relevance. In the same manner, any negation is relevant only when it is prasakta, only when it is otherwise possible. Now, here there is the negation of karma, negation of karma tyaga on account of moha as well as kaya klesha bhaya. Now, this negation is not relevant for a jnani. Why it is not relevant for a jnani? Because for a jnani it is not prasakta, it is not prapta. There is no chance of satyaga for a jnani. That is why such a negation is not relevant. Therefore, in order to justify the relevance of such a negation, we have to understand that the discussion is regarding an ajnani, because such tyaga, tyaga on account of moha and kaya klesha bhaya, is possible only in the case of an ajnani. Therefore, the negation is there. That is the idea. Yeshancha mohatyagaha sambhavati. For who the tyaga is possible on account of moha and also kaya klesha bhaya. Kaya klesha bhayacha, also on account of the fear of fatigue of the body. Te eva tamasaha tyaginaha rajasascha. Such people are called tamasatyagis and rajasatyagis, meaning those who give up the karma on account of moha are called tamasatyagis. Those who give up karma on account of kaya klesha bhaya, they are called rajasatyagis. They are nindyante, they are criticized. They are criticized with an intention to prohibit such tyaga. And why this ninda is done, why this criticism is done, the main purpose of this criticism is to glorify one who performs the karma with the proper attitude. Karminam anatmajnanam karma phalatyaga stutyartham. Karminam anatmajnana, the ajnanis who do karma, their tyaga, the tyaga desirable for such people is not karma tyaga, it is karma phalatyaga. Karma phalatyaga stutyartham, in order to glorify their karma phalatyaga. The Rajasa and Tamasa Tyagis are criticized. By glorifying the Sattvika Tyaga, Sattvika Tyaga is not giving up the karma. You do the karma, you do the niyata karma, but you give up the karma phala, offer the karma phala to Ishvara. This is the Sattvika Tyaga. So, by means of criticizing the Rajasa and Tamasa Tyaga, the Sattvika Tyaga is glorified. Thereby, Krishna is encouraging the people to do the Sattvika Tyaga, and also he is discouraging the people to do Rajasa Tyaga. Sarvarambha Parityagi, Sarvarambha Parityagi, Mauni, Santushtaha, Yena Kenachit, Aniketaha, Sthiramatihi, Iti गुणातीतलक्षणे च परमार्थसन्न्यासिनः विशेषितत्वात्. Bhashyakara is giving another reason why this discussion is not regarding a jnani. In this context, the tyaga that is told is not giving up of entire karma. If you look into the following shlokas, you will understand that Krishna is not advocating giving up of karma here. Instead, he is advocating the giving up of karma phala. Such a tyaga, which is told here, cannot be the tyaga of an atmajnani, because an atmajnani's tyaga is described in a different way. You can find it in other contexts of Bhagavad Gita. An atmajnani's tyaga is total giving up of all the karma. See, sarvarambha parityagi, a jnani is described as sarvarambha parityagi, the one who has given up all arambha. Arambha means karma. One who has given up all karma. Mauni, he is a mauni. Mauni also refers to giving up of karma. He keeps silent, remains quiet, means he does not do karma. Santushtaha yena kenachit, he is satisfied with what he gets a little bit. Even this implies giving up of karma. A jnani does not work for getting various objects, etc. Aniketaha, A jnani does not have a house, no niketa. Means he is not a householder, he is not a grihastha. So giving up of grihasthashrama also implies giving up of karma, because the lifestyle of grihastha is karma pradhana. Sthiramatihi, aniketah sthiramatihi. This is one line, same quote. Iti, thus, gunatita lakshane cha, while describing a gunatita, a jnani, paramartha sannyasinah visheshitatvat. A paramartha sannyasi, jnani is called paramartha sannyasi. Means jnani is the true sannyasi. His sannyasa is absolute, whereas the other people's sannyasa, the other people's tyaga, it is a relative tyaga. So paramartha sannyasinaha visheshitatvat. A paramartha sannyasi is described as well as distinguished from the other sannyasis, from the other tyagi. Vakshyati cha jnanasya ya paranishta iti. Yeah. Vakshyati cha. Later on also, in this adhyaya itself, Bhagavan will say, jnanasya ya paranishta, the ultimate state of knowledge. Iti, this will be told later on. Means in a statement that is coming later on, there also Bhagavan will describe a jnani as one who is free from all karma. So a jnani does not have karma. That is jnani's, that is the nature of jnani's tyaga. Whereas the tyaga told here, it is not freedom from all karma. Krishna encourages the people to do karma without desire for result. That is how we understand that this discussion is not applicable to a jnani. Tasmat jnananishtaha sannyasinaha na iha vivakshitaha. Tasmat, therefore, jnananishtaha sannyasinaha, the sannyasis who are jnananishthas, iha na vivakshitaha, they are not intended here, they are not meant here. Karma phalatyagaha eva sattvikatvena gunena tamasatvadyapekshaya sannyasah uchyate न मुख्यः सर्वकर्म संन्यासः. So in this context, what is called sannyasa or what is called tyaga? Karma phalatyagah eva. Karma phalatyaga is called tyaga or sannyasa in this context. Giving up of the phala of karma is described as tyaga. Why it is so? Sattvikattvena gunena. So karma phalatyaga is called sannyasa because it is sattvika in nature. Sattvikattvena gunena, on account of its being sattvika in quality. Tamasattvadhyapekshaya, in comparison with tamasa, etc. In comparison with the tamasatyaga and rajasatyaga, the karma phalatyaga is superior. That is why Bhagavan glorifies it as sannyasa. Sannyasaha uchyate. It is called sannyasa for glorification. Na mukhyaha sarvakarma sannyasaha. Not the mukhya sannyasa. What is mentioned as sannyasa here, it is not the mukhya sannyasa. What is mukhya sannyasa? Sarva karma sannyasa. Giving up of all the karma. That kind of sannyasa is mukhya sannyasa. And it is possible only for a jnana nishtha. But this context does not discuss sarva karma sannyasa. This context is discussing only karma phalatyaga and it calls it sannyasa in order to glorify. Sarva karma sannyasa sambhave cha nahi deha bhrata iti hetu vachanat mukhya eva iti chet. Yeah, now Purvapakshi is asking another question, another objection. He is trying to justify his view. In order to justify his view, the Purvapakshi is trying to establish that the sannyasa told in this context is the mukhya sannyasa. According to Purvapakshi, the mukhya sannyasa is not sarvakarma sannyasa. You cannot give up all the karma. Then what? You have to do the karma and give up the karma phala. So karma phalatyaga itself is the mukhya sannyasa, according to Purvapakshi. And everyone, including Ajnani, should do only this sannyasa. That is Purvapakshi's idea. And for that he gives a reason. In Gita itself, Krishna has said, everyone cannot, nobody can give up all karma. There is he refers to a shloka. Nahi deha bhrata shakyam tyaktum karmanyasheshataha. Deha bhrata, the people who have body, they cannot give up all karma. Tyaktum karmani asheshataha na shakyam. Asheshataha karmani tyaktum na shakyam. They cannot give up all karma. The Purvapakshi holds on to this shloka and says that the sannyasa you are talking about is impossible. Nobody can give up all karma. Therefore, only the tyaga which is possible has to be understood as paramartha sannyasa. The sannyasa which is possible, the sannyasa which is practicable, alone has to be understood at the ultimate sannyasa. Therefore, this sannyasa which is told in this context, it should be understood as the Paramartha sannyasa itself, the Mukhya sannyasa itself. There is no other Mukhya sannyasa. See, Sarvakarma sannyasa asambhave. The Sarvakarma sannyasa is asambhava. It is not possible. And for that, we can find a hetu, a reason in Bhagavad Gita itself. What is it? Nahi deha bhrata iti hetu vachanat. The hetu is stated, hetu vachanat, on account of the statement of this hetu, nahi deha bhrata shakyam, etc. Therefore, mukhya eva iti chet, the sannyasa told here, sarvakarma phalatyaga, the sannyasa told here, it should be understood as mukhya only. Mukhya eva iti chet. This is Purvapaksha. Then Siddhanti says, na, it is not so. He gives the reason. Hetu vachanasya stutyarthatvat. Yeah. The reason why it is not correct. The reason why Purvapakshi's contention is not correct. Hetu vachanasya stutyarthatvat. The hetu vachana, the statement of the hetu, nahi deha bhrata shakyam, etc. Its purport is different. It does not really mean nobody can give up all the karma. Then what is the purport? Stutyarthatvat. It is meant for stuti. Stuti of karma phalatyaga. Karma phalatyaga stutyarthatvat. Bhashyakara explains this hetu, this reason. Hetu vachanasya stutyarthatvat. This is Sangraha Vakya. Bhashya is explaining this Sangraha Vakya. Let us read. Yatha tyagat shantiranantaram iti karma phalatyaga karma phalatyaga stutireva yathokta अनेक पक्षानुष्ठान शक्तिमंतम अर्जुनम. What is there? अज्ञं प्रति विधानात् तथा इदम अपि नहि देहभृता शक्यम् इति कर्मफलत्याग स्तुत्यर्थं वचनम्. So, Bhashyakara is explaining the Sangraha Vakya. In some contexts in Bhagavad Gita, certain things are told in order to glorify certain sadhanas. When certain things are told to glorify, we cannot take it as having a purport in its literal meaning. The statements of glorification cannot be taken literally. In order to justify this, Bhashyakara is giving another example in Bhagavad Gita itself. He is referring to Adhyaya 12, chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 12, there is a glorification of karma phalatyaga. Shreyo hi jnanamabhyasat jnanadhyanam vishishyate ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागाच्छान्तिरनन्तरम्. Bhashyakara is referring to this shloka. See, in this shloka, what is told? Jnanat dhyanam vishishyate. So, abhyasat jnanam vishishyate. Compared to abhyasa, jnana is superior. Compared to jnana, dhyana is superior. And then he says, compared to dhyana also, sarva karma phalatyaga is superior. Dhyanat karma phalatyagaha. Meaning, so in this shloka, Bhagavan has shown, Bhagavan has described karma phalatyaga as the most superior sadhana. Karma phalatyaga is more superior than jnana also, dhyana also. Bhagavan has said this. And why it is so superior? Bhagavan says, Tyaga chantiranantaram. Tyaga, karma phalatyaga, leads to shanti, leads to moksha, anantaram, without any delay, immediately. Karma phalatyaga immediately gives moksha. Without any delay gives moksha. This statement is there. But should we take this statement literally? We cannot take this statement literally, because if we take this statement literally, it is not in harmony with, it is not in concurrence with many other statements of Bhagavad Gita as well as Upanishad, which clearly say jnana alone can give moksha. Karma phalatyaga cannot give moksha directly. That is why this statement is not in concurrence with other statements of Gita as well as Upanishad. Therefore, this statement is not taken literally. Instead, the purport of this statement is only to glorify karma phalatyaga. In order to glorify karma phalatyaga stuti is the purport. In the same manner, Bhashyakara says, even this statement, nahi deha bhrata shakyam tyaktum karmanyasheshataha, should also be understood as a stuti for karma phalatyaga. See the Bhashya. Yatha, just as an example, Tyagachantiranantaram iti. This statement, karma phalatyaga stutireva. This is only a stuti of karma phalatyaga. Stutihi eva. It is just a stuti. It should not be taken literally. So why karma phalatyaga is glorified? Yathokta aneka pakshanusthana यथोक्त अनेक पक्ष अनुष्ठान अशक्तिमंत. There is ashakti. यथोक्तानेक पक्षानुष्ठान अशक्तिमंतम अर्जुनम प्रति. Because karma phalatyaga is told to Arjuna. Bhagavan enumerated various types of sadhana in Adhyaya 12. If you see, Bhagavan has enumerated several sadhanas in various levels. He says, if you cannot do this, do this. If you cannot do this, do this. अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि त्यक्तुं कर्माण्यशेषतः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागी त्यागी etc. Step by step, Arjuna has given various sadhanas. Now Bhagavan has understood that Arjuna cannot do any other previous sadhana. He cannot go for Atma Jnana. He cannot go for Upasana. He cannot even do all the karma. Madarthamapi karmani kurvan siddhimavapsyasi. You do all the karma as an offering to Ishvara. Even that may not be possible to Arjuna. Then he comes to the last level. अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुम् मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्म फलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्. The last sadhana given was you do sarvakarma phalatyaga, because it is given for one who cannot do any previous sadhana, any higher sadhana. Now, when just this is told, Arjuna will feel that it is a very inferior sadhana, sarvakarma phalatyaga, and he will not be motivated to do it. Therefore, in order to motivate Arjuna to do that sadhana, Bhagavan glorifies sarvakarma phalatyaga. यथोक्त अनेक पक्ष अनुष्ठान अशक्तिमंतम अर्जुनम अज्ञम प्रति. Arjuna is an ajna, an ajnani, and he is not capable of doing any higher sadhana. Yathokta, as stated earlier in chapter 12, Aneka Paksha, various Pakshas, various sadhanas, Anusthana Ashaktimantam, Arjuna is incapable of performing them. Vidhanat, for him Sarvakarma Phalatyaga is enjoined and it is glorified. So how do we understand it is just a glorification? We understand it is just a glorification because it is told for Arjuna who cannot perform the previous sadhanas. See, stutireva ityatra hetuhu ihochyate. Why how you can understand it is a stuti? If you look into the context, you will understand it is a stuti. Because in the context, certain other sadhanas are mentioned, and later on, Bhagavan tells, if you cannot do these sadhanas, then do sarvakarma phalatyaga. So sarvakarma phalatyaga is an LKG sadhana. Therefore, it cannot be the direct means for moksha. It cannot be the greatest sadhana. It cannot be the direct means for moksha. That is why What is told in this shloka, Tyaga Chantiranantaram, etc., is only for stuti. So this is example. In the same manner, we should understand Nahi Deha Vrata Shakyam also as a stuti of Sarvakarma Phalatyaga. It should not be taken literally. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti